Good afternoon, Recon here with Techout, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Asus G14 ROG Zephyrus. This is the 2022 model. I believe there is a 2023 model that is out now and starting to make its way to retailers, but nonetheless, this is the 2022 model. It is the G14. I'll give you the full model number here. It is the G14 GA402RJ. It came with 16 gigs of RAM. I did upgrade this one to 24 gigs. It has 8 gigabytes soldered to the board, and then I added a 16 gigabyte stick. It's got a 1 terabyte SSD and the AMD Ryzen 9 6900HS processor with the 6700S graphics. Again, all AMD. They do make a AMD and GeForce GTX graphics or RTX graphics version of this as well, but I did opt for the AMD for the pair. And so far, I'm extremely happy with this laptop. I've had it for about a week and a half now. I'm about to take it on a trip, and actually by the time you see this video, I'm actually going to have already gone on the trip and come back. So I will do a follow-up video shortly after I get back from the trip and let you guys know how this performed traveling and stuff like that. But I picked this up to pair with my Steam Deck. There were a couple games that my Steam Deck just didn't run very well, like Flight Simulator and stuff like that on SteamOS. So instead of dual booting the Steam Deck right now, I switched it back to SteamOS, and I'm going to use this for my Windows games and just have each do its own thing. So the reason I picked this one up is because it's a nice 14-inch portable, size laptop, and it was also on sale for $999. This thing usually retails for about $1,650, so it was about $650 off, which is a great deal for the specs you're getting. Very easy to upgrade. You just take the screws out of the bottom here. This last screw, and you take it out. I did a live stream upgrade, so if you want to see that, it is a live stream on my channel. But this screw, when you take it out, it pops up the cover, so it's very easy to open. The port selection on this is pretty decent. You have your proprietary barrel style connector here. I guess it's not proprietary, but barrel style adapter here for your charger. You have full size HDMI, USB-C. This USB-C over here does support USB-C power up to 100 watts, so you can also charge it right here. If you're using the laptop to game, I would definitely plug it into this one because it does do up to 240 watts with its power brick. But if you're just using it, like browsing the web, watching YouTube, Word documents, that kind of stuff, or you just want to plug it in and charge it overnight, you can definitely do that with the USB-C. And then we have a headphone microphone combo jack right there, 3.5 millimeter. Over here on this side, we have a micro SD card slot. We have another USB-C, which this USB-C is also directly connected to the dedicated graphics, so the Radeon 6700S. This is directly connected to that, so you can plug in an external monitor and go right to the graphics chip there. And then we have two USB over here. I believe this computer does have support for USB 4. I think there was an update for that to add support for USB 4, but don't quote me on that. I think it was something that was being added in firmware. Opening the laptop up, we have a very good keyboard and trackpad. This is a glass trackpad. The whole laptop is very quality feeling. It does not feel cheap at all. The thing I've had with some of these gaming laptops is when you spend $800 to $1,000, they have to cut corners somewhere. So if you get good specs, you get a crappy screen and crappy build. And I don't feel that to be the case on this laptop. I have good specs, the screen is amazing, the keyboard is great, and the trackpad is great. I really like how this laptop feels. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here. The screen, like I said, the screen is great. We do have a 720p webcam up there as well, which does also support Windows Hello, so you can log into it with the webcam. Go ahead and boot it up here. It's running Windows 11 Home out of the box. And I'm just going to go ahead and type in my PIN because I'm behind the camera. Oh, Windows Hello, got it. So, very, very nice laptop. The only thing I've done is software-wise, I got rid of the Armory Crate software from Asus. It was being very buggy. It was causing the laptop not to go to sleep when I shut the lid or after the set amount of time. So it was leaving the laptop powered up all the time. So if I would close it, put it in a bag, and not actually fully shut it down, it would kill the battery pretty quickly. And the way I went around that is I installed a program called G Helper that is available on GitHub. And it does basically the same thing as Armory Crate. You have your performance modes here, your silent, balance, turbo, and then you can customize your fan curve and stuff like that right there. And then you have your GPU mode, your Eco, Standard, Ultimate, and Optimized. The screen refresh rate, you can do auto, 60 or 120 Hertz, and you can do your keyboard colors. Now the keyboard is at full brightness right now, and you guys can't see it because it is not very bright at all. That is one of the gripes on this, is the keyboard's not very bright, but in a dark environment you can see it okay. So that is one complaint there. Get the light back on there. But yeah, everything, all the hotkeys and everything work. The M4 key right here opens and closes the G Helper instead of Armory Crate now. And then your function key and your fan still does that. The function key and the F4 change your keyboard mode. Get it back to color cycle here. And you can change your performance mode and all that kind of stuff on there as well. So all that's pretty good. Battery life on this is really good. It's 100% charged right now, and just sitting on the desktop, we're estimated about 3 hours and 51 minutes, and I just booted it up, so that will actually go back up. But I found I can get a full day's use of non-gaming, web browsing, email, that kind of stuff. I can get about 6 to 8 hours. And then gaming, depending on what you're playing, it's anywhere from an hour to about 3 hours. So pretty standard for any gaming laptop of this size. But, plug it in when you're gaming, and on the go, if you need to use this as like a student or anything like that, you can definitely do so on just battery power just fine. So that is the ROG G14 from Asus, and I am Colin with Techout. Like I said, I will be doing a full video on this with how it performs on the trip when I get back. When you're seeing this video, I would have already gone and come back, so this video is going to be one of the scheduled ones to upload while I am away, but I will be doing a full review shortly after getting back. I'm Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and as always, have a great day.